Welcome back, my diecast fam. Back at the customs bench again. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I know things have changed too, huh? But yeah, I gotta be honest. The lighting here stuff is so good, so I figured instead of going over into the little studio area,
right here,
we'll just keep it right here for now, and check out this new mail call, and we'll check out some pickups. I haven't showed you guys any pickups lately, like stuff that I've been finding, and really, it's just I haven't had like a great luck finding like a whole batch of cars. But that changed today because when you're good people and you look out for friends, sometimes they come through and they have good luck and look out for you. So that happened local with a local friend, and we'll check those out. But yeah, the bench is a little different here. I'll show you guys a little bit of what's going on. So I got some of the accessories that I was telling you guys about. I got these panels, which I wasn't expecting to get so many of them. I was only going to get this one because they were actually quite pricey. And these sweet American Eagle ones were too expensive. They were like $75 for them. And all of a sudden, I just found a deal pop up on Amazon for like $17 for the set. So I had to absolutely have them. And then I went out and got because they're metal. And then I went out and I got a bunch of these magnetic pegs, which every part of this bench and everything is metal. So you can stick these pegs and hang anything. And the whole idea of creating all this space was to get everything back and hung up and in sight so that you can see things. So if you guys want, we'll go over all the customizing stuff in another video because I don't want this video to drag on too long. And but yeah, I got all my wheels over here, markers, projects going on, customs. Over here, I got the airbrush booth, got the dual airbrush, got the no name from Spray Gunner, got a little Iwata Ninja. You guys have already seen the spray booth, got some customs. You guys can't see those yet. They're not done drying over there. Even got an air purifier, got my airbrushes. Hey, you guys want to see something cool and see some customs? Check this out. Look at that. How cool is that? Yeah, so had some cool stuff going, but like I said, we'll get into this mail call here, and then I can just spin around in my chair here, and this is my well, for drilling and tapping. I got my dust fan here, and for polishing. So let's get back over to the bench and check out these pickups. All right, like I was saying, be good people. Look out for one another, and it just so happened that the timing was right, and a local friend of mine, he's retired. Let me tell you, somebody that's retired, that's got the time to hit these stores and try to catch things and drops that we can't catch because we're at work. Some of us, like me personally, I don't have time. I'm at work. I can only get out on like the weekends. It is super valuable, and this is just a guy that I've met local, and he's not like a real serious collector, but he does like little quirky, like Back to the Future cars. He mentioned Godzilla car. I gave him my Godzilla cars the other day because he said, "Oh, look at this! They've got Godzilla cars." He was so amazed at how cool they were. He's like, "Can you find these?" I'm like, "Dude, no problem." And I gave him mine from my collection, so that was pretty cool. Made him happy, and that's basically. And then we look out for each other, when we're out hunting for new stuff. So it just so happened that lately I've been wanting particular stuff from Walmart, particularly the Fast and Furious Silver Series, some Fast and Furious Car Culture and Boulevard, and I just haven't had any luck. So he surprised me and sent me some pictures. I'll show him, and asked, "Is this any of the stuff that you're looking for?" And let me tell you, he's become very good at this now and got a good eye, and he came through big time. So I'll show you guys the haul. I never show you guys pickups anymore lately, but I did find this on my own. This was at the Walmart that my buddy was at, but I wasn't sure how to explain to him, you know, if it's got a metal base. You know, I wasn't sure if he was able to tell. But out of this new hybrid speed set, which I didn't know until he sent a picture, this is the one that stood out to me as one that I would want. And sure enough, this was like one of the only ones left on the pegs when I went back, and it does in fact have a metal base, so I was all over that. Man, even for plastic wheels, those look pretty good. So yeah, I was stoked to get this in a metal base. That's a sweet car. I wish they would come out with new Real Riders. Now, as far as stuff that he found for me, this damn set was so, I put that on there, I'll show you guys in a minute. This set was so elusive, and the only thing I was seeing, if any, was I was catching some Novas and some Bugattis. Like I said, I was always on the back end of finding these drops, and everyone, sure enough, was going for the JDM stuff. And he rolled up at the right time, and sure enough, I finally got one of these sweet Integras, which the first time I saw this car, Chris over Furiously Collecting, he cracked one. And I was in awe at how good it looks with the US front end, which to me, I think that looks awesome. I love that. You know, it's funny, over in Japan, that's what they go for. And now this has become the sought after front end because so many people did the JDM swaps that now this is the more popular, expensive one now. So I love that front end. I think that looks great. I guess they couldn't get the Momo licensing for this, and the only reason why I mentioned that is because of the little Easter egg that I found on the back. Check that out on the license plate. Momo. I thought that was a fun little Easter egg, so that's got to be what that means, because normally I think this car said Momo on the side. So, yeah, that is a awesome Fast and Furious car from the movie, and a unique casting all of its own that I don't have, so stoked to have that. And then this car, I've always wanted to get my hands on. I've never spotted one in the wild, never had one in hand. I know it's completely different than the other Hot Wheels model. This one has the square taillights instead of the round ones. And it also has that cool turbo detail popping out of the hood, which I was really excited about. So I'm very stoked to have one of these. I know it's nothing new. A lot of you guys probably already have had this one out of previous sets, but I've never gotten my chance. I've never gotten a chance to get my hands on one. So I love this. I think that's a cool model. So stoked to have that one too. So now to get to the most elusive one, which I'm guessing everyone was after because this has got so much good stuff going for it. It's a unique casting. It's new. It's from the movie. It's an EG, and even cooler, boom, it's got the metal base on it. Like out of all the cars in the set, they use this one with the metal base. So I will say, now that I've got it in hand, I'm not that impressed with the paint job. So probably gonna have to do a custom with this. I think it would be cool to make the Fast and Furious version of the Hector Civic with the decals all over it. I think that would be cool. So, but yeah, look at the paint. Like if you really look at it, it's almost like they thinned it down too much, and you can see right through to the base of the metal. So yeah, so I got a couple of these, so I'll probably end up popping one and doing a custom on one. So very cool. That's a single rivet car, which we're going to venture through these cars and check out different rivets. I mentioned that, you guys will see here in a minute. So actually we'll bring it up right now. This car I was able to find out in the wild. This happened to be the only car that I wanted from the Circuit Legends set, if I could find it, because I pre-ordered one of these Ferraris and one of these Porsches. And lately, the only thing I've been seeing, if any, out there have been the Mustang, this Subaru, and the Porsche. It's weird, at different areas, you see different peg warmers. This was peg warming at one, the Mustang at another, and then locally, this Subaru. So I was able to get this, so I think that's very cool. I don't have a Pandem Subaru BRZ, and I was excited to finally get my hands on one, which that's a typical 2-rivet. And the reason why I mention that is because the Ferrari that I ordered from that set, which is going to make more sense later on in this video, and the reason why I'm so excited about this car, I mean, obviously it's a Ferrari, We got the cool Ferrari licensing, Ferrari's back and everything, but this is one of the most expensive, according to Hot Wheel designers, most expensive premiums to ever have designed and make. So to me, as a collector, that makes me want it because it's unique and special. If it is, if it was so expensive to make and unique and it's cool looking, then this is probably going to be pretty special, So that's really what I wanted with this. And sure enough, go figure, they had to go make this one the Chase. So obviously I wanted that. And I know they put unique card art on that Chase, so I was very interested in finding the Chase. But yeah, 3 rivet. So that's a pretty complicated casting. So I thought that made it really unique, and I had to have one right away. So I went ahead and grabbed that in the Porsche. Intuition, I guess you can say, that I knew those were going to be difficult to find. And sure enough, I haven't spotted any of them on the pegs. So I'm glad I picked that up. Now, moving on to the rest of the cars that my buddy found for me. As far as the boulevards go, I found these 2 on my own. This is another Ron Wong design. My boy Jake over Strictly Diecast was mentioning that this is one of his designs and a new casting, so I thought that was pretty sweet. This is a car I wouldn't have known that I wanted in the set, but seeing it in hand, this thing is sweet. And the fact that the wheel wells match. Again, I'll bring up in a minute here why that's important, because our boy Ron Wong over at Hot Wheels is working on that. And that Ford GT is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When they stagger and use those bigger wheels in the back, it just looks terrible. So I know he's working on that, and I'll show you guys an example of what I'm talking about. But yeah, he was behind this, and I think that looks fantastic. Another cool car from that set, being a huge Toyota fan, I had to have the new Tacoma. I think my favorite part of this is the fact that I believe they probably put a red interior in there. And the reason why that's cool is because that gives you the red shocks showing through inside. So that's pretty neat. I thought that was a cool detail there. So yeah, definitely had to have the new Toyota Tacoma. That's a very cool addition. So that one and the Mercedes, these 3 I found on my own. These were not that difficult, but the next 3 are the next 3 were impossible. This one I did find on my own, Lamborghini truck. It seems like these were probably peg warming, but I had to have this. This was too cool. But this is the other set of the 2 that I was looking for. Like I said, with Ron Wong behind the design, he was behind this CCXR with this Fast and Furious set. So Lamborghini truck, that's a given, gotta have it, don't have one. But like I said, the next 3, these are the ones that my buddy picked up for me. This gorgeous 240 SX S14. I feel like after a while these probably won't be, you'll probably be able to find plenty of these, but yeah, I definitely wanted this one, and I had my buddy pick this up for me, so stoked to have that one. That looks sweet with the chrome wheels. Love that one.
Touchdown, baby!
And then, like I said, coming back around to our boy Ron Wong, straightening up these supercars and making sure we got the matching 11 millimeters and not that wonky staggered fitment anymore. Beautiful. He was behind this one, which I'm seeing this for the first time. I literally just pulled these out of the bag that my buddy hunted these down for me, and this thing looks sweet.
She's definitely a 10.
This is probably, yeah, this is definitely my favorite out of the set. Great details. Really not into too many hypercars, but this thing is sweet. And they didn't cheap out with the plastic roof. They put a nice metal roof on there, so that looks really good. This car will be really fun if they drop this in different colors, like maybe a red or a yellow or something. That'll look sweet. Speaking of yellow, the hottest car from the Fast and Furious set that I know a lot of you guys knew that I would be after, that I wasn't finding. I found the Toyota, found the Mercedes, but you just know I had to have this. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, this is the car that I drive. So Yeah, definitely had to have the new 98 Toyota Altezza in yellow. I have the previous silver one. Love it. This yellow one looks, I don't know, this is even better. With the black 5 stars, carbon fiber hood. Yeah, that looks sweet. Not a fan of the little front plate on there, but it still looks good, and I'm happy to have it. So, yeah, it pays to be good people, look out for one another, and they'll come around and find stuff for you. So that was a awesome little haul that my buddy found for me there. Let's get into this mail call. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, me and my buddy Derek over at Honest Diecast, we made a trade. He found something awesome that I was hoping to have found and looked for, and we were able to help each other out and make a trade. And he sent this box that has literally been hot and on fire, and I've been wanting to open and get into here. And I feel like, being that he's so generous, he probably added some extras in here because this box is so heavy. So I went ahead and cut the tape, and we're going to check it out. Let me see if there's a note first. Oh, right off the bat. Right off the bat, guys. Boom. Love it. This is the new logo. I don't think I have this one. Yeah, love the new logo, the colors, the design. Super clean. Love that. That's awesome. Very excited about that. You know, it's the content of the characters behind the channels that I'm most interested in. That's always, I love the content, don't get me wrong, but making friends in the community, in the Hot Wheels community, that's what's awesome, and that's what I love the most. So, and Derek was one of the first ones that I ever met and talked to when I got into the YouTube thing, and we've been friends since, and that's been awesome, and I very much appreciate the friendship and the trade. So let's check this out, see what we got here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this box down. Oh, looky there. Got some Kaido House. Oh, no way. I was literally just talking about this and wanting possibly an extra to make a custom with. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but boom, right on the top. Now I have an extra. Yeah, man, that is so cool. So unique with the 3 rivet design. Such a complicated, big, intricate design. And I absolutely love it. I just think that makes this car so cool and so unique. And the fact that they have a chase, I just really wanted that. Any of the chases that are unique in some sort of way, whether it's a race car or a special color or something, I really wanted. Yep. What goes around comes around. Like I said, I just look, I mean, what is the odds he gives me a Godzilla? Like I just said, my buddy that picked up those cars for me, he was asking me about Godzilla cars, and I gave him mine, and, well, there you go. Now I got a replacement. What's the odds? What goes around comes around, guys. And a sweet R35. Man, that is sick. That is so cool. What's the odds? And a Kaido house with the BRE design, which I love. Man, I always wanted that original Hot Wheel BRE. That thing was so hot back in the day. I've only got a couple Kaido houses, and I don't have any of these, and I've never even seen one up close. So we'll check this out. This is pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure the hood's open on this, right? They all got to open on the Kaido house. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's sweet. I love the detail with the BRE on the headlights. Got like a set of drag Watanabes on there. Of course, the unique Kaido house base. Drag spoiler. Roll cage. Yeah, that is sick. That is sick. Very unique, very cool piece. Thank you, thank you. That is very cool. I am very happy to have that. Now, moving on to the absolute fire in this box. That was causing the box to have so much heat. Get this box out of the way. Drum roll. Boom, boom. Boom. There it is in all its glory, my friends. Pop this out of the protector here. This is a nice protector. HPD? I don't have any of these. Yeah, so this is what we did the trade for. He was generous enough to add all these killer extras, which I was really excited about having the basic version of this that you added. But yeah, this is killer, which we can actually do a comparison now. Yeah, the reason why I was so excited about this one is because it was so unique that they did different card art on this. I don't know if they've ever done that in the past, but when it comes to these car culture chases, anything that makes it unique, quirky, or different, that's what I'm after now. Especially if it's got any kind of like race car livery on it, that's what I'm going for. God, this is beautiful. I love how they put this one in a wind tunnel. Of course, it's got the Ferrari license, so yeah. Somebody probably behind Ferrari wanted the card art to be unique if it was going to be the chase, and sure enough, it almost looks like they just reversed the car, made it black, and then put it in a wind tunnel. But either way, that makes it so unique. The casting itself, you know, like I was talking about earlier, with the design and how complicated it was, that makes it unique, and that, as a collector, for me, makes me want it. If there's something like that unique behind a car or a casting, you know, that makes me excited about it. Plus the fact that it's a Ferrari, and let's just be honest, it's just awesome. So stoked to have that, Mr. Derek. That is killer. But yeah, another example, like what I traded for this, the pink Roxy Chase. It was pink. You know, it's there's never been a car that hasn't been black, and this was one that was pink, so that made me want this one. Plus, again, like I said, race livery makes it unique. So because I know in the beginning I wanted all the chases that came out, and I said that's just crazy trying to get all of them. So but now I'm just going after the ones that are specifically very cool, very unique, like this. So that is killer, Derek. I greatly appreciate that. That is awesome. Guys, I am taking too long here and hanging you guys up for too long in this video. I appreciate you guys hanging with me, checking out this mail call. I mean, just killer mail call. Derek, thank you so much for the added extras. Love the Kite House. Love this. Now I have one to crack and possibly do a custom. Don't know what I'm going to do now because the chase is what I had the idea for, but we'll come up with something cool. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging with me again at the customs bench. Sometime we'll get back to the studio, but the lighting, everything here looks so cool. I figured, let's just do it here. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Take it easy.
Yes!